Captain's log, supplemental. After adjusting ship sensors to detect the ion trail of the USS Leyte Gulf, we have discovered the starship adrift in the Omegle sector. Despite significant damage to its hull, shields are still functioning, preventing us from beaming a team over. Engineer Slovak has already prepared a shuttle that can penetrate the shield harmonic and board the Leyte Gulf. We do not yet know if the escaped Klingon scientists or their mysterious biological agent had anything to do with the attack on the Leyte Gulf. I am confident that my away team will soon learn what happened.
Select your entire team, now. Despite internal damage to the ship, sensors are detecting numerous life forms on several decks. Begin your investigation by proceeding to the turbolift. From our scans, we have determined that Captain Jirai and the Klingon scientists are currently on the security deck. It is logical to assume that Captain Jirai will be able to explain why the Leyte Gulf is disabled. Go to the security brig and discern what happened to the Leyte Gulf.
That was a Federation crew member. Why should they be attacking us? Tame, set your weapons to stun.
To access the turbolift, move your cursor over the turbolift door. When the interact cursor appears, click on the door to open the door. The team will then enter or exit the turbolift accordingly.
What happened? Security, lockdown corridor 3 Alpha.
Yes,
I
sir.
should go to sick bay. I'm not feeling well. Security.
As logic dictates.
Stop!
Receiving damage. Receiving damage. Prime node has been severed.
Yes, sir.
Give it up.
I'm hit!
Medical emergency.
Of course.
What a headache. Security, I need a lockdown on corridor 7 Gamma.
This looks like the work for a science officer.
Ready and able. do this if I use my computer skill.
Medical assistance required.
The captain and the crew are infected. You must stop them before they destroy him.
Captain Jirai, you are in violation of the Prime Directive. You will surrender immediately.
No one will leave the ship alive. Our plans will not be discovered.
Slovak, Captain Jirai needs your enhanced mind meld.
Certainly. My mind to your mind. Your thoughts to my thoughts. Fascinating. Captain Jirai's mind is fragmented. His thoughts are chaotic. The experience is quite unpleasant. No one will leave this ship alive. Our plans will not be discovered. Captain Jirai has sabotaged this vessel by closing the emergency plasma cooling vent for the warp core. If we do not reopen the vent, the warp core will rupture and destroy this ship. We must make our way to the turbolift with haste and gain access to the vent controls.
It's hard for me to believe that Captain Jirai would turn rogue like this. Besides Captain Picard, Captain Ricks, and a handful of other elite command officers, he's one of Starfleet's best captains.
Empirical evidence suggests Captain Jirai didn't willingly choose to go rogue.
Turbolift system reinitiated.
Stop! Evasive maneuver! Medical assistance required. What was that? This area is restricted. Halt! Stop! Give it up.
I am under attack.
Stop!
I live to protect.
Stop!
I am under attack. Red alert.
I'm hit!
Halt!
I'm a command officer, not an engineer.
Of course. I should be able to use my terminal repair skill on this.
What a headache.
The plasma buildup is reaching a critical level. I believe I can override the vent subsystems from this console. The warp core is stabilized and the temperature is dropping. Tapping into the ship's computer, I have also downloaded the Leyte Gulf's recent logs. We can take these back to the incursion to learn what has occurred here.
How can I help?
Congratulations, Marcus. Your team did very well. The information they gathered gave us some clues about the Leyte Gulf mutiny. Medical logs from the Leyte Gulf indicate that the Klingon scientists had been transporting an unidentified biological agent. The logs did not contain enough information for our scientists to determine the nature of the agent, but there are other references that concern Starfleet. We were able to isolate some encrypted files from the Leyte Gulf's main computer. Most of the information is still encrypted, but our specialists managed to decipher enough of it to determine that the mutineers aboard the Leyte Gulf were planning to deliver the ship and the crew to the Romulan outpost Chetsia 3. Now, we have no solid proof that the Romulans created the biological agent or directly caused the mutiny. So I'm ordering the incursion to proceed to Chetsia 3 and infiltrate the outpost. Gather what information you can from their computer networks without being detected.